हरे राम 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 ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। नमः विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नामने गौरतुसे नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. So we welcome everyone for today's discussion on Srimad Bhagavad Gita. So, so yesterday we discussed from the first chapter and verse number 41. Verse number 40 we discussed. अधर्माभिभवात् कृष्ण प्रदुष्यन्ति कुलस्त्रियः स्त्रीषु दुष्टासु वार्ष्णेय जायते वर्णसंकरः. So this is the fourth reason Arjuna is giving uh, why he doesn't want to fight in this battlefield, and this is actually the very powerful and most important reason. Other three reasons which Arjuna gave earlier, that was personal reasons, personal loss, personal distress, depression, and loss of happiness, and acquiring sinful activity, sinful reaction. So those were personal. But this fourth reason, which is started Arjuna started giving from verse number 37 onwards, this is means in general loss. In general, what will happen if we fight this battlefield? What will be the effect of killing all the elderly man personalities present in this battlefield over all over the population? So Arjuna is telling, if we fight in this battlefield, kulakshaya kritam dosham, there will be fault in destroying the family. What will be the fault? The family traditions will be stopped. There will be no more elder personalities will be available to guide the younger generation, and in this way there will be a great chance that they will get degraded uh, towards adharmic activity, irreligious activity. And this is very powerful reason actually. Just like, just we can take the example Mataji was just telling, Shyama Mataji. She got protected from her elder brother because her elder brother during his college days, he got connected to ISKCON. He became devotee. So he guided his sister and mother, all the family members, in such a nice manner that they started chanting Hare Krishna. And even after becoming young, they did not get deviated from the principles of following the religious system, proper religious system. And they did not get deviated. Otherwise, we can see, even if the elder personalities are there, but if they don't guide their dependent on the right track, so there is great possibility that as soon as they become young enough uh, to be independent, then immediately they get entangled into the nonsense activities which we discussed yesterday. Adharma. There is a natural inclination within the heart of every living entity to do these three most grievous sinful activity. There is this inclination is there for eating meat, for intoxication, and for illicit sex. These three are the most prominent sinful activities performed by people in general. If they are not well protected from elder personalities through the principles of religion. So Arjuna is predicting the same thing. 5,000 years back, Arjuna could see because he is a devotee, he is a great learned personality. So he could sense that if so many elder personalities, men, so many men, they are involved in fighting. So if they are killed in this battlefield, so what will happen to the dependents, their dependents, their mothers, wives, and daughters, and children? They will all become independent. And what will happen? What that we discussed yesterday, adharma abhibhavat Krishna. Adharma will increase, and that will pollute the womanhood of the population. Pradushyanti kul striya. Strishu dushtasu arshneya jayate varnasankara. When a religion is prominent in the family of Krishna, the women of the family become polluted. And from the degradation of womanhood, O descendant of Vishnu, comes unwanted progeny. As soon as and in any society, in any family, if that is the important role of a woman. If woman gets polluted, then everything is finished. If a man gets polluted, uh, then the entire family does not get affected. Although there is effect, but still the man only he is affected. But a woman can transform the heart of a man, because if she is a devotee, nice devotee, so there is possibility. But if woman is degraded, then everything is finished. So similarly, Arjuna could sense this, that if this irreligion becomes prominent, then womanhood will become polluted, and from them, Varna Shankar means unwanted population. Those children will get birth who are not produced from any kind of religious samskar, Garvadan samskar and other samskaras. this is, that's why this is very important. So these samskaras nowadays nobody knows even about the importance of performing various kinds of sanskar, Garvadan sanskar, etc. And even if in some of the religious family, they know and they just for the sake of following the tradition, some of them follow also, but because there is no consciousness behind this, so that is also not so much effective. But those who are devotees in Krishna consciousness movement, those who are nice devotees of Krishna, when they follow these samskaras, that the effect is very nice. That's why Srila Prabhupada introduced this system in in the ISKCON society. That Grihastha devotees, they should become very ideal Pakka devotee and follow the principles of Krishna consciousness. They should chant every day at least 16 rounds and follow four regulatory principles and eat only prasadam, or which is offered to Krishna. If any Grihastha devotee follow these principles which are given by Srila Prabhupada, and which is not very difficult to follow, anybody can follow. It just require a little bit training and just require knowledge about the importance of following these principles. Then anybody can follow. And if in such a grahastha householder devotees, they have all the family members, especially children, they get very nice samskar and they grow and they become very nice devotees. So this is Arjuna is predicting here. Now next, what will happen? Next verse, today's verse, Arjuna is mentioning Jayate Varna Shankara. When a Varna Shankara, unwanted population are reduced because of degraded womanhood, then what is the effect? Uh, Sankaro narakayaiva kulagnanam kulasya cha patanti pitro hyesham lupta pindodaka kriya. An increase of unwanted population certainly causes hellish life both for the family and for those who destroy the family tradition. This is the first uh, impact of unwanted population. So the unwanted population certainly causes hellish life both for the family and for those who destroy the family tradition. And how this hellish life is produced by unwanted population. The ancestors of such corrupt families fall down because the performances for offering them food and water are entirely stopped. Lupta, Lupta Pindo the Kriya. Sankara means unwanted for children, uh, produced from uh, uh, such person who have no samskar in life, without any sanskar. So they narkaya eva kulagna nam. They make this world hellish. Hellish. How they make this world hellish? Because they are only encouraged for performing sinful activity. They are not at all interested to follow any kind of religious system. And because of such unwanted children, Kulasya cha patanti pitrohi, all their forefathers who are dependent upon their descendant, that they will offer pinda and udaka, pindodaka kriya, uh, offering of food and water through the medium of Lord Mahavishnu, Lord Vishnu. This pindodaka is offered to the forefathers who are stuck somewhere in this material world because of performing some kind of sinful activity. It is said there is a planet known as Pulok. Puloka is a planet of hellish planet where these forefathers are sent. Those forefathers who have performed some kind of sinful activity, knowingly or unknowingly. Unknowingly, everyone is forced to perform. There is no question of getting away from performing sinful activity. So unknowingly, everyone is forced to perform some kind of sinful activity. That's why. So one may be very pious person in his life. So for his pious activities, he will be sent to heavenly planets. But for his impious, sinful activity, he is sent to this hellish planet known as Pulok. And that's why there is a great responsibility for descendant of such a forefather who are known as Putra. The meaning of Putra, the meaning of Putra is one who delivers his forefather from Pulok. Pu. Pu means this is a kind of hellish planet. And Tra means one who delivers, just like mantra. So mantra means man plus tra. Man trayate iti mantra. Anything, any mantra, any sound vibration, which delivers the mind from all kinds of anxiety, on all kinds of this mode of ignorance, that is known as mantra. And the best of all mantra is Maha Mantra, because this Maha Mantra, Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, it just not delivers the mind from anxiety and fearfulness and lamentation, but this Maha Mantra is powerful enough to deliver the living entity and mind of such a living entity from material existence to spiritual platform, a spiritual existence. That is why it is the great mantra for delivering the living entity, the soul, from altogether from material existence to spiritual existence. That is why it is known as mantra. Similarly, putra, only that son can be known as putra if he performs this pindodaka kriya, religious activity, for the deliverance of his forefather from hellish planet. Then he is known as putra. Otherwise, in Sastra, in very straightforward way, please don't mind, because whatever is written in the Shastra, we have to explain. So, in a very straightforward way, Shastras explain that Putra and Mutra, they come from the same source. So, if a son who is not inclined to perform religious activity in order to deliver his forefather, then he is no better than Mutra. Mutra means urine. He is no better than urine. That is very straightforward way. This scriptures explain this thing. So a son is only can only be called as Putra if he performs a devotional service, and if he delivers his forefather from material existence. And in ISKCON, we find so many devotees, so many sons and daughters, they become devotees, and then they teach devotional service to their parents and grandparents also. So that is why only a devotee son or devotee daughter can be called as real putra and putri. Rest everyone else is no need to explain. Rest everyone else is no better than urine according to scriptures. Because if somebody is not a devotee of the Supreme Lord, if somebody cannot teach, if somebody cannot make his family members devotee, cannot encourage them to become devoted to the Supreme Lord, then obviously she will be inclined to perform sinful activity. And because of performing sinful activity, uh, she gets the sinful reaction, and his parents also get the sinful reaction, because they have only given birth to him, and and they only lagged somewhere to train him in spiritual life, spiritual consciousness. So Rishabdev in fifth canto, he very clearly says one should not become father, mother, guru, and leader, a guardian, if he cannot teach the principles of religion to their dependent. Uh, but some or other, the society is made in such a way that nowadays parents and teachers, they are not at all inclined. They don't even know the principles of religion, Krishna consciousness. So they don't teach bhakti to their children. But by the effort of ISKCON, when these children they grow up and they become devotees, then they make their parents also devotees, then everything is very nicely settled. Otherwise, very risky life. So Arjuna, um, he's forecasting, he's predicting that these Varna Shankar, they will have no interest in following principles of religion, and because of this, Patanti Pitaro Hiesham. Patanti Pitaro means forefathers, they surely fall down in hellish condition of life because Lupta Pindo the Kakriya. They don't have any faith, they don't have any inclination to perform offering of food and water for their forefathers. Uh, so they don't even have faith in this thing. They think that how is it possible that we offer pind and water, pindodaka kriya, and our forefathers who died long, long before, who knows where are they? So how it is that they get the benefit of offering pinda and udaka means pind and water? But we can understand it very nicely. If an ordinary human being can create such a technology by which one can transfer one can transfer money through online transaction. Anybody can transfer money through online transaction from one place to another place without going there and without physically uh, uh, sending any amount of money. So simply by just one click, is it possible using this technology? So can the Supreme Lord not make this supreme technology by which one can send the pious credit from one planet to another planet? So this is a system. This is a great technology, even more advanced than this smartphone technology. We cannot even under that is known as mantra technology. Through the power of mantra, and if a person properly executes the rituals properly with proper attitude, with proper mantra ucharan, proper pronunciation of mantras, following the procedures given in the scriptures. So this is a technology. So through this technology, through this technique, one can transfer the pious credit from this planet to other planets to the specific his forefathers. Just like when we transfer money from one place to another place, so we enter the whatever number is there, phone pay, Google Pay number is there, then that particular person receives. Similarly, in this kriya, Spindodaka kriya, so based on the name of the forefather and the gotra in which he belongs, the rituals are performed, and through the agency of demigods. There is a particular demigod also. I'm forgetting the name of that particular demigod who is responsible for making this transaction. So Lord Krishna has made very beautiful system. So there is one particular demigod meant for this transaction, Pindodaka kriya. So she takes charge of this. And if properly guided by a Brahmana who is properly following the principles, who knows the mantras nicely, and he guides, so that medium, that particular demigod, he transfers this Pindodaka, the food and water offered to Lord Vishnu as Mahaprasad to that forefather who is stuck somewhere in hellish planet and is suffering there and waiting for his descendant to please send me some Mahaprasad. So forefathers in those planets, they are waiting that our descendant, our son and grandson, he will send us something. But no, this son and grandson, they are just enamored in the glamour of this material world, and they themselves are falling down in the hellish condition of life. So how can they save others? So, but when such a descendant, children or grandchildren, they become devotee of the Supreme Lord, then the forefathers they actually dance in their planets, and then they become very assured that now we are going to get delivered not only from this hellish planet, we will get delivered from this material existence, and they dance in the in their planet. This is mentioned in the scriptures. So that's why if anyone becomes a devotee, then not only he delivers himself and his immediate forefather, his immediate parents, and if he is a householder, his descendant and his relatives, but he can deliver even many generations of forefathers. It is direct benediction given by Lord Narasimha. Anyone who becomes a devotee, he can deliver 21 generation of his forefathers from this material existence. And a special benediction has been awarded to Gaudiya Vaishnavas, followers of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is very special incarnation, Mahavadanya avatar. So anyone who dedicates his life completely for the propagation of mission of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that means, in other words, that is mentioned in Chaitanya Mangal, that any devotee who takes sannyas and preaches the gospel of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the teachings of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu all over the world, then his 60 thousands of relatives and forefathers are liberated from the material existence. That is the great benediction. Uh, so that is why anyone who becomes a brahmachari or sannyasi and engages completely 24 hours in the preaching mission of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he is doing the greatest welfare activity, not only for himself, not only for the society in general at present, but he is doing the greatest welfare activity for the 60 thousands of his relatives and forefathers in the past. They will also get delivered. That is the great potential of becoming a pure devotee of Supreme Lord, and that too, if one can become the pure devotee of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Nityananda Prabhu, that is a great benediction. But anyway, if anybody follows some principles of dharma, then he can deliver his descendant. So we will stop with this here. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. Yes, Shama Matari.
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु। प्रभु जी
Hare.
मतलब उन्हें डिलीवर हो जाते हैं वैकुंठ में।
They get the chance to
मतलब
get associated. They become delivered from hellish condition of life, and then they are given chance to take birth in Vaishnava family, and then they practice Krishna consciousness. Then they go back home, back to God, because Vaikuntha, only a person who is completely pure and who has developed love for the Supreme Lord, only he is allowed to enter into Vaikuntha. But by the mercy of the devotee descendant, the forefathers, they get a good chance to become associated with pure devotees.
ओके।
Okay.
तो प्रभु जी थर्ड रीजन क्या था जो अर्जुना ने दिया था?
That will get sinful reaction. Papam evashraya dasman. Verse number
ओ,
36.
जी प्रभु।
Okay.
थैंक यू प्रभु।
Hare Krishna. So, okay, Janvi Mataji is asking, man can also get polluted. Why women are said to be not trustworthy? So it's a very debatable topic. So when it is said that women are not trustworthy, that does not mean that they lack faith. This means that women are more, what you say, vulnerable to get deviated by the influence of others, men, because women are emotional. They have more emotions. So it is a very great chance that anybody can come and just they can entangle her, entrap her. That's why it's required that a rational being, this that means a man, gives protection to women properly. So they are innocent, not trustworthy. Trustworthy in not that sense, but they are innocent like children. Just like children can be misled by anybody. Similarly, women can also get misled by anybody. So they are innocent. Okay, so time is finished. So we'll stop here. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.